Greetings, Internet. It is iShroom, and tonight we're heading into the Pioneer format on Magic the Gathering Online. Now, I spent the better part of last week, right up until last night, working on this modern brew that I thought was going to be really cool, and I really tried to get it to work, but I just could not get it to work. And it's just a fundamentally unsound concept, I finally had to admit. And this is something that happens when you're a brewer, when you do anything creative. Every once in a while, you just got to cut your losses, take a step back, and just get on with your life. And that's what we're doing tonight. I'm going to play something that I've played a couple of times, but not in this particular form. Let's take a look. So we're going to play some Dimir Disinformation Control. This is a deck that I played a few different versions of in Explorer, but we're going to play it tonight in full-blown Pioneer. And our centerpiece card is Disinformation Campaign, the 3-mana enchantment that when it ETBs, our opponent discards and we draw, so it replaces itself. And when we surveil, we bounce this back to our hand. So this is a card that we're going to use to repeatedly make our opponent discard cards. We're going to bounce it back to our hand with all of our surveil effects. It's going to remove our opponent's resources while we stay even on cards because of its replacement effect. So we are going to surveil. We're going to surveil with the 4 of Thought Erasure, which is just 2 mana Thoughtseize that surveils 1, so it bounces Disinformation back to our hand. It doesn't cost life either. We're going to surveil with the 3 of Sinister Sabotage. Used to be a 4 of. I'm now down to 3, which is counter target spell and surveil 1, bouncing Disinformation back to our hand. We are going to surveil with our 1 of Doom Whisperer. It's just a big 6/6 flying trample who can pay 2, allows us to pay 2 life to surveil 2, bouncing Disinformation back to our hand. Also can help us find critical cards. So our centerpiece card is Disinformation Campaign. We are a Dimir control deck, so we're going to make our opponents discard. We're going to counter their stuff. We're going to remove their stuff on the battlefield. We're going to draw cards. So we're incredibly interactive. We can interact with our opponent everywhere that it's possible to do so in the game of Magic. In addition to our Thought Erasures, we've got a 1 of Thoughtseize as a main board discard along with our Disinfos. In addition to the Sinister Sabotages, we've got a 2 of Spell Pierce. This is really here to snipe Fable the Mirror Breakers when we're on the draw. A couple of Supreme Wills, double as like impulses that can be counter spells. And then we've got a 1 of Thassa's Intervention, which is a card I kind of like. It's not really played very much, but it can be a counterspell that can also draw us cards. And we have a 1 of Saw It Coming. Now, the reason why I added this is because I'm having played a few different versions of this deck. I always want like more card draw, so I added a couple of Behold the Multiverse for additional card draw. And I feel like when you play this card, you really want to add a 1 of Saw It Coming just to keep your opponent guessing, so that they, you can bluff that you have a Saw It Coming when it's actually Behold the Multiverse you have foretold. Also got a couple of Memory Deluges for card draw. And then our removal is a couple of Fatal Pushes, a couple of Go for the Throats, a Shieldred's Edict. Urtai Resurrected is like, does everything. It removes, it counters. It does give our opponent a card, but that's okay. We can grind that away with our Disinfo campaign. 1 The End can just like, I want another card that can target walkers and creatures, and I'm just kind of trying this out, grab Shieldred. It seems good against mono green, where like exiling is a really good thing to do to their creatures. Even hitting like Old Growth Trolls or like Cavalier of Thorns is much better than like killing them. And we'll close out the game with our big bomby threats. In addition to the Doom Whisperer, 2 of Ashiok Nightmare Muse is a great way to close out games. It produces those tokens that can get in. Also just does like a Dim Rova Horror if your opponent's empty-handed. The -3 is just like destroy target permanents. And we're trying out a 1 of Aklatsats from the new set. Is a 4/4 flying lifelink. When it attacks, each opponent discards a card. If they can't, we draw a card. And then when an opponent discards land, we get bat tokens. And when it dies, it flips over into a land. So it's just a good threat. Makes our opponent discard, which we like, and becomes a land if it gets killed. A couple of sweepers in the main include 2 Ritual of Soot and 1 Meathook Massacre. There are a total of 25 lands in the deck. Tech includes 4 of Field of Ruin, because there's just so many lands running around that you want to deal with. I don't feel safe without a bunch of Field of Ruins. A couple of Hive of the Eye Tyrants, 1 Otawara, and 1 of, from the new set, where is it? The new creature land. Restless Reef is a tap land that can produce either of our colors and can turn into a 4/4 blue and black death-touching shark, which mills our opponent for 4, which is usually going to be an advantage, I think. The sideboard contains a couple of negates for control and combo, a couple of Narsets against decks that want to draw lots of cards, a couple of Go Blanks are additional discard pieces that also exile the graveyard, Path of Peril, Ritual of Soot, and a second Meathook Massacre are additional sweepers. One Shieldred to gain us life, one Shadow's Verdict is good against like Rakdos Sack, it's good against cat food decks. One Thought Distortion is great against control. One Erebos' Intervention is good against aggro and graveyards. And a couple of Pithy Needles. I just like this card as a sideboard option in pretty much every format to stop lots and lots of different things. So that is the plan. We're going to grind our opponent's resources down to nothing with all of our disinfo. We're going to maintain our card while we're removing their stuff. We're going to maintain our card stock with disinfo and with our card draw, and we're going to interact them in their hands by making them discard on the stack by countering their stuff, on the battlefield by killing their stuff. So that is the plan of the deck. We are going to play through some matches on the Pioneer tournament practice queue. I don't like to do leagues because, as we saw, like last time I played a modern league, you just don't get diverse matchups. I don't want to play 5 matches against Rakdos and Mono Green, so we're going to play in the practice queue just to hope to get different matchups. If there's some demand for me to play leagues exclusively, I would entertain the idea. Just leave a comment down below if that's how you feel. And if you want to support me and you like off-meta, off-kilter MTG content, please do leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and like the video. Let's get some matches. Okay, our first match is against Silonaut. Will be on the play. Curious to see how this deck does in actual Pioneer. That looks very keepable. Now, there used to be 26 lands. I cut a land. There's only 25 now. But it should be okay, because we have all this surveil that will find us lands. We have ways in the early game to surveil and draw additional cards. Also, like although all of our finishers are like 5 mana, we don't actually need to play those on turn 5. We want to spend the early and mid game like eliminating our opponent's resources, and we only want to drop our win cons like when we are pretty sure that our opponent doesn't have an answer, which isn't necessarily turn 5. Sometimes it's much later than that. All right, Goldhound is a treasure that has first strike and menace, 1/1. Okay. Double disinfo. So do I get greedy and save my Thought Erasure for after a disinfo? Nah, I think I play it now. See what's going on over there. Reality Smasher, Rampaging Raptor, Mizium Mortars, Marauding Raptor. Makes everything cost less. I think we want to take the Marauding Raptor so that all the creatures don't cost less. And I will keep a Field of Ruin, I think. Nah, let's bottom that. Darksteel Citadel. Okay. They drew another Marauding Raptor. Well, that's unfortunate. Ashiok's not exactly what we're looking for here. So they're going to get down their Rampaging Raptor. They discard the Mortars. Oh, they're going for the Smasher. Okay, they smash in for 5. That's a fast clock. So I think I end the smasher discarding something. Probably Ashiok, because it dies. It dies to the rampaging raptor they're about to drop. We're gonna need a sweeper. There's the rampaging raptor. Alright, let's get rid of this smasher. I actually think I'll discard Disinfo. Their hand is Thought Knot Seer. Reality Smasher, Charging Monstrosaur. Interesting. They've got the Cleansing Wildfire. Cascading Cataracts. Go for the throats. That unfortunately means that we die. We can kill one thing. But if a dinosaur is dealt damage this way, it gets +2/+0. So they just targeted this, and then both of those creatures are 4 power, and we die. Okay. Interesting brew there. So I think we want Ritual of Soot. Anything else? Path of Peril can hit the Marauder. I don't know what else it hits. We just need to draw removal. Ritual of Soot actually doesn't hit much else. I'm not even sure that it's good. Erebos' intervention. I don't think Spell Pierce does much here. Well, this is a 1-lander and it's a blue land, so we have to mulligan that. This is also a 1-lander. So we have to mull that. Can I get like some fatal pushes and go for the throats? Well, I guess we're keeping. I'll bottom. Probably saw it coming. And what? Supreme Will can let us draw cards, but I think this is just better. Yeah, that's painful. I need a colored land. Goldhound. They're all about ramping into their stuff. I'm gonna wait to see if I can catch a marauding raptor. Cleansing wildfire. To ramp them. Alright, so now we're gonna take out this Goldhound. Because we don't want them to, like, reality smasher us. Okay, that's a good draw. Let's play this on black. And Thought Erasure. They did in fact have the reality smasher. Okay. So they've got a Charming Scoundrel and a bunch of lands. Sure, we'll keep that land on top. There's the Scoundrel. They're gonna loot. Okay, play that on blue. Disinfo. We draw Memory Deluge. Okay, we dodged a Reality Smasher. That's good. Nothing. Okay, we don't have enough mana for this guy, but he'll be good. Hopefully we'll find our 5th land off this deluge. We don't know what's in their hand at this point. Alright, let's deluge. We'll grab Swamp and go for the throat. opponent. Got something to do on our end step? Can we take our turn, please? Thank you. Alright, let's drop Aklatsats. Smasher? Yep. Well, I've got this lifelink. That's going to help out a lot. So I'm not too worried about that. I do have the answer for it also. Another memory deluge. Okay. Let's attack. Make you discard. Gain 4 life. And I want to play this land. Although I could discard it to killing the Smasher. I'd rather discard the Ritual of Suit and cast the Memory Deluge this turn. Another Charming Scoundrel. Getting a Wicked. That Reality Smasher's wicked, man. Okay, let's kill the Smasher. Discard Ritual. We lose a life. They're gonna kill our demon. Okay. How do we get this transformed back? Only if a player has 1 or few cards in hand and only as a sorcery. Okay. So we can just get it back. Let's Deluge again. Sabotage plus Island. Erebos' Intervention. Let's get back our demon. And with this counterspell and this Erebos' Intervention, I think we're good. We're going to start drawing cards when we attack, too. Thought Not Seer. Just counter that. Sure. I'll keep a Ritual of Soot. I don't know why, actually. To kill these 1/1s? Like... Okay, they scoop. They scoop the match. Boo! Well, I was gonna say their deck is interesting. It should be a good game 3, but they didn't want to play anymore. Okay, we got a match against Gavbots. And there, oh, what is that thing? Thought Sponge. Yes, the Thought Sponge. I think this is keepable. Although it is a 5-lander, we've got Supreme Will and Disinfo. Should be good if they're not too aggressive. Hopefully they're not too aggressive. Sliver Hive. Slivers, eh? I don't know when the last time was that I saw a Sliver deck. When a Sliver you control attacks, defending player loses 1 life. That kind of sucks. So what do I want to do here? Do I want to Thoughtseize? Probably, right? Predatory Sliver. Coco. I guess I take one of these Predatory Slivers. Yep. Alright, so we're taking 3 here. Go for the throat. So I'm gonna take 6 damage as it is. I would love to hold up Supreme Will for Go for the Throat. Or for Collected Company. I just feel like that's not a realistic plan. Unless they go for it like on their pre-combat main phase or something. I feel like I have to kill one of these slivers. Maybe not. Well, I guess if I was gonna kill one of these guys, I should have done it pre-combat. That was a mistake. Come on, just Coco. You know you want to. Just Coco. Go for it. Who knows how much synergy you could get with those two new slivers? All right, I think I'm actually gonna look for cards. So let's see if they go for the Coco in response. And let's find a Ritual of Soot off of this, please. None of those are great. Maybe Doom Whisperer is good, just as a big, beefy blocker. I don't know. We draw Sinister Sabotage. Alright, so I think I foretell this. Now they'll go for Coco. Right? Because they'll think it's a sock. Ooh, they don't. That's risky. Alright. We can't continue taking damage like this, so we're gonna have to kill that sliver. And just hope that their Coco isn't too devastating. Whenever a sliver becomes target of a spell ability, counter it unless its controller pays 2. Okay. I think we just dropped Doomy. Just get a blocker. Now they're going for Coco. They really held off on that for quite a while. Let's see what they hit. Mana Weft, that's not so big a deal. Oh, that's kind of a whiff, actually. Slivers you control have flying, that's fine. Doom Whisperer also flies. Alright, they're going wide. I would like a sweeper. So, we're facing lethal. So let's go ahead and behold. I need to find it right now. Bottom, bottom. Fatal push. Unless his controller pays 2. Okay, we gotta stay back. Another one of those. So that just kills us, right? I can't counter this and pay for Fatal Push. Four, five, six, seven, eight. That kills us. Alright, well, let's counter it. And let's see if they just swing out. If they do, they win. Yep, I can't push because of that sliver, so they win. Okay, well, all of our sweepers are fantastic. Ritual of Soot, Path of Peril, Meathook Massacre, Shadow's Verdict. Let's go for Shieldred. Erebos' Intervention as well. I think we need Spell Pierce. It does hit Coco, which is nice. We're just going to sweep away our opponent's creatures anyway. Let's lose one Ashiok. Let's lose one Sabotage. The end. Actually, Shieldred's Edict is pretty bad. I think the end is just a little too expensive. Well, that's a one-lander, so we have to mull that, unfortunately. And this is good. We've got a lot of removal. We'll bottom Ashiok, I suppose. Gale Rider. Let's go. Play this on black. I did draw Path of Peril, so I might want to get greedy. Diffusion Sliver. Okay. I'll take a hit. Alright, I'm gonna go for Disinfo. Gonna get greedy. I want them to play out... I'm gonna wait an extra turn. Or possibly two, because they don't have a clock. If they play their Lord, I'll sweep this turn. Okay, that guy. So yes, I'll definitely sweep now. Thought Erasure. Alright, let's go for Path of Peril. Another stupid diffusion sliver. Those guys are annoying. And a mana weft. Watery grave. Okay. I'm gonna shock. Let's kill the diffusion sliver. Then let's thought erasure. You don't need another field of ruin. So they're empty-handed. They top deck Coco. Lead the Stampede. Ooh, that's pretty good. They revealed the black one and another diffusion sliver. Okay, well, we can make them discard their last sliver, which is good. I guess we'll just play another Disinfo. Give me a sweeper, please. Supreme Will. Ugh. They're top decking really well. Sweeper, please. Meat hook. Do me. I guess do me isn't terrible. Actually, we can't Field of Ruin plus Doomy, so I guess we just Doom. Come on, we have so many sweepers in our library. No attack. Okay, I'm gonna surveil one time. Retie. Graveyard. I'll keep in Erebos' intervention. Now they can start creating slivers. Okay, let's get rid of their sliver hive. They make a sliver. We'll grab. Doesn't matter really. Swamp. And let's kill the diffusion sliver. Thassa's intervention. Okay, I think now I can start attacking because I have this Erebos' intervention that can gain me a bunch of life. Okay. Let's do this x equals 5. Another mana weft? Sure. Alright, there's a hive. I'm not going to run out Disinfo. I'll just hold up counters and card draw. The hive is actually lethal next turn if they don't leave back 2 blockers. Alright, let's Memory Deluge. Thought Erasure, Shipwreck Marsh. Okay, Thought Erasure away their last card. Just a land. Fire up the hive. And that's lethal. Okay. So let's do that again. That's a 1-lander, so I got a mulligan. Okay, that's a good hand. I'll bottom one of these lands. Probably a pathway. There's a mana weft. Alright, let's go for Thought Erasure. Blur Sliver, Haste, Flying, Predatory is the Lord. Probably the Predatory Sliver. No, I don't want Field of Ruin. Although they do have a Sliver Hive. There's the Blur Sliver. And they got the black one. Alright. I'm just not good at finding sweepers. I can just play this land tapped. I'll go for the Throat, the Leeching Sliver. Oh no! Oops. I was expecting them to cast the Blur Sliver first, so I skipped right to combat. Oh man, that's a big mistake. That's 4 extra points of damage I shouldn't have taken. I wasn't expecting them to go into combat. I thought they would play the Blur Sliver first. Oops. Yep, that's 4 points. Ouch. There's the diffusion. Okay. That's what we're looking for. Sweep away your ward. Gain 4 life. So they have a Blur Sliver, and that's it. Blur Sliver plus 1 unknown. Fatal Push. I think we'll play this land. Thought Erasure. Put Restless Reef in the graveyard. I think I'll X equals 2 this Erebos' intervention. Disinfo. Another sweeper. Okay. I like where we're at now. Thought Erasure. Just a land. We don't need another Thought Erasure. And let's go ahead and just draw a card, cycle our Disinfo. Make him discard that land. It's actually kind of relevant, because it is expensive to use the Hive. There's the Predatory. Supreme Will. Do we just start attacking? Mana weft. Thoughtseize. Actually kind of want to draw cards with my Supreme Will. So I think I'll not attack this turn. Getting in for one. Yeah, let's Impulse. First, let's Field of Ruin. The Hive. Okay, they skew. Yeah, I don't think we lose from that position. GG's. Slivers, wow. Okay, we're against Fatal Uprising. On the draw. Looks like a good opener. We'll just play a tap land. Impulse. Oh, are they, they could be Lotus Field. Which we don't have a lot against, frankly. Let's go for Thought Erasure. Yes, they are Lotus Field. Discontinuity. Double Sylvan Scrying. Chandra. I'll take one of their Sylvan Scryings. Scry a swamp. Probably to the bottom. Alright, they go get their Lotus Fields. Chandra Hope's Beacon in there. What is that doing? There's the Lotus Field. Discontinuity. Let's counter that. Trying to make it so that they don't lose their lands. You're losing your lands, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna hold up Deluge. They can generate quite a lot of mana. They can get down Chandra. I can Edict it. They don't go for it. I guess they don't have enough mana. Alright, let's go for Deluge. go Sabotage Disinfo. Play Hive. Pass the turn. Thespian Stage. Well, we got a Field of Ruin for that. Alright, let's go ahead and field it. Does that work? Oh, it becomes hexproof. Ooh, okay. Well, that wasn't great. I didn't think about that. When it copies the Lotus field, it's hexproof. Alright, let's shock. And let's go Disinfo. They discard a Lotus field. Vizier. Cycle. Hidden Strings. Okay, let's float blue mana. Okay, so they lost some mana. More mana. All blue so far. Do they just have the ultimatum? They're going for Chandra. Lotus Field, Dark Petition, Thespian Stage, Discontinuity, Balaged Recovery. Dark Petition. They double Dark Petition. I might as well just yield through this turn because I can't do anything. So I think they have us here. Lear. You probably can scoop, right? Just go ahead and play your Emergent Ultimatum and I'll scoop. Omniscience. Okay, that's all I was waiting for. Okay, so we want Narset. We want Pithy Needle. We want Go Blank. We want Negate. We don't need Fatal Push. We gotta leave in some amount of removal. We certainly don't need our sweepers. Kind of think we don't want Spell Pierce either. A little too small ball. Leaving one Go for the Throat, one Children's Edict, one The End. Anything else that I want? I think that's good. Double Sabotage, nothing else. I need a better hand than that. Well, this is pretty iffy, but I guess we're keeping this 6. I'll bottom The End. Yeah. Yeah, this is very, very, very iffy. Thassa's. Let's foretell. Okay, they had double tap land. That's good. So they can't Sylvan Scrying on turn 2. Shipwreck Marsh. Alright, let's behold. Ashiok Swamp. I'll take Ashiok. Not really interested in Swamp. Pithy Needle. I think I'll wait on that. I want a Memory Deluge this turn. Find me some discard, please. Thought Erasure. Actually, let's do Thoughtseize Narset. Negates. Alright, Thoughtseize you. Vizier. Thespian Stage. Okay. Guess I'll take Hidden Strings. I'll play Narset. They cycle. Let's minus. What to grab here? Probably Sinister Sabotage. And let's needle Thespian Stage. Alright, they have Besage. They have another one also, so nothing we can do about that. It's going to be hard for them to go off when they can't draw additional cards. Sylvan Scrying. Alright, I've got a buttload of counter spells, so still in decent shape. Let's go for Thought Erasure. Pour over the pages. Balaged. I'll take Balaged. Field of Ruin. Being that, since I can't target anything with it. So their Thespian Stage, pour over Besage, right? Alright, they've got 1,000,000,000 mana. Alright, let's impulse. We'll grab just an island, I guess. I'm gonna go for Ashiok. I've got the negate to protect me if anything horrible happens. Well, we know 3 of their 4 cards. Dark Petition. That we will negate. Hive plus Ashiok. They scoop. Yeah, the Narset really shuts them down. Okay. So I think we just send it right back. Well, that's a 0-lander. That's not a very good 6. Do I mold a 5? I think I'll keep this. This is very iffy. Because we can, if we get nothing else, we can behold the multiverse on turn 3. I would like to draw a Thoughtseize or like a thought erasure. If they just go off like on turn 3 or 4, we're screwed. Sylvan Scrying, yeah, that's what we didn't want. Alright, I mean, I guess we're doing this. Foretell. Impulse. There's the Lotus field. Go for the throat. We got too much removal in our hand. It's not what we need. Alright, just copying Lotus fields. So now they have all the men in the world. So we can go ahead and do this since they're tapped out. Thoughtseize Supreme Will. Let's bottom the Supreme Will. Thoughtseize. Dragon Lord Dramoka. Discontinuity. Dark Petition Hidden Strings. Another Thespian stage. That is all very, very bad. With the Thespian stage, they can actually Emergent Ultimatum next turn. They're gonna go for the Dragon Lord. I think I take Hidden Strings. Is that bad? Yeah, I think that's... I mean, their hand is just pure gasoline. It's gonna be tough to beat that. Very, very tough. I think I Disinfo, because I wouldn't mind any of those cards being out of their hand, really. They discarded Discontinuity. I hope they just go Dragon Lord. Nope, they're going for Dark Petition. So they have 5 mana, a card of their choice in hand. There's a Hidden Strings. Yep. And now they have the Ultimatum. Yep. I'm not sure that there was a way I could have done that where they wouldn't have been able to go off there. They had the Hidden Strings in hand. So, like, yeah, I don't think there's a different card I could have thought seized that would have made a difference. I could have kept up Supreme Will to counter an Ultimatum. That probably was what I should have done. Man. Alright, so we lose to Lotus Field. Probably my mistake. All right, let's go, Sir Epic. Keruga. So they're a big chonkers deck, which I like this hand against that, I suppose. Do need to draw some lands, but I do like Thought Erasure. All right, let's Thought Erasure. Temporary lockdown, Nicol Bolas, Kenrith, Fable. I think I take Nikki B. I counter Fable. The lockdowns I don't really care about. Behold. Leave that on top. Those only hit 2 or less, right? Yeah. Alright, so we'll hold up Supreme Will for Fable. They just pick up Keruga. Okay. Land? There we go. So let's play our land. Pass the turn. They shock a hallowed fountain. Fires. No, we cannot have that. Fatal push. Let's foretell. They go for Fable. Okay. And I'm just going to push the token. Continue to represent a counterspell. Or Ashiok's. They get to pitch both of those temporary lockdowns. Draw 2 new cards. Ugh, Fable. You're the worst. I'm going to continue representing Saw It Coming with my Foretold card. Stomp. Cycling. Fable plus Bone Crusher is pretty threatening on its own. Fable plus anything, really. I could the end the Bone Crusher. Alright, I'm gonna cast my Behold now. Bottom, bottom. Hive Memory Deluge. Oh, man. Am I gonna have to the end this reflection? They have a Kenrith in hand? Why could I not just draw removal? I could the end Bone Crusher Giants? Because I know they have 2 legendary creatures, but they have 3 additional cards. Yeah, I guess I gotta do it. I can't let them start copying Bone Crusher Giants. This card, I hope this card gets banned on Monday. There's gonna be a banning. Okay, they have Interminable Annoyance, another Fable, Kenrith. So their hand is stacked, and we're likely going to lose to it. Okay, they attack with their stupid Kiki. Interminable Annoyance, number 1. Fable, number 2. They sack their reflection to get Heliod to get back fires. Go for the throat. Alright, I guess I'll cast Ashiok. Start making tokens. They discarded Interminable Annoyance number 2. Sure, I'll block Heliod. There's fires. Atraxa. Okay, I don't know how we win from here. Fable, the Mirror Breaker, and Raffine's Tower. That's it? Oh, are those the ones that are discarded? Put the rest on the bottom. Okay, so they got everything except Fable, the Mirror Breaker, and Raffine's Tower. Disinfo. Turn target artifact or enchantment from your graveyard to your hand when it dies. Land. Don't really see how we come back from this. Do I hold up Memory Deluge or do I play Doomy? They have the Kenrith in their hand. They have enough mana to... They have all their mana because of Fires of Invention. So they could just put counters on everything. I think I hold Memory Deluge in the hopes that I can find a removal spell for the Kenrith. But I think we're like less than 1% to win this game at this point. There's Kenrith. Tulsimir. Okay. Gonna fight my Golem. Gonna save it. Gonna give everything trample and haste. I mean, yeah, I can Memory Deluge. I can maybe get like a Fatal Push. It's not gonna be enough. So let's just scoop. Let's get Narset. Let's get Negate. Let's get Pithy Needle. Let's get Go Blank. Do we want these sweepers? I could see leaving in a couple of sweepers. Shieldred's Edict, I don't think is great. Let's just go with one meat hook. Let's cut an Ashiok. Yeah, the most toxic combo ever. What is that? I thought that was Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Pretty sure that's the most toxic combo. Or Shieldred plus the One Ring. Moat with Sandworm Convergence. That's funny. A little hard to assemble, but yeah, that works. What else do I cut? The End probably is too expensive. I like all the discard. I like the counter spells. Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce could be key at sniping early fires. Cut a Behold. Cut a Fatal Push. Run the Magic 61. Yep, I'm familiar with the cards. That is a combo. How's it going? A Shadowy Presence. Well, we've got Thoughtseize. I mean, I know what the cards do. I've never, of course, played those cards together myself. But congratulations. Add in Chroma's Memorial. Do I keep this? It has a Thoughtseize, but nothing else. I think that's a mulligan. I need more. This is better, I guess. What to bottom? I like all of my spells. Yeah, that's a Meat Hook Massacre, which I'm gonna bottom, actually. I can foretell on turn 2, because they have nothing that's less than 3. Raffine's Tower. Let's go Hive, foretell. One thing this deck lacks that probably it should have is like a Necromentia in the sideboard. As Foretold is underrated. I don't know. People play that card. It's busted. It's not as popular as it used to be, but it's still really broken in modern. All right, let's behold. Spell Pierce Pathway. I'll take a Spell Pierce. Doom Whisperer. Urtai is pretty good. Cycling. Right, so it lets you cast suspend spells for free. Like, instantly. It's not a bad value card either, you know, if you just play it fairly. You play with a lot of instants. Alright, we Spell Pierce the Fires, that's good. Thought Erasure is good. Touch the Spirit Realm, Tosmer, Fires, Atraxa. I guess we take Tosmer because we can't Spell Pierce it. Go blank. We'll leave that on top, I believe. Alright, they go for Fires again. We draw Go blank. Let's go blank them. We know 3 of their 4 cards. They discard their Touch the Spirit Realms. Fable. Alright, their last card is Atraxa. They're gonna grab Keruga. That's a lot of combos. We'll push the token. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could they actually hardcast Atraxa? If they draw land, they could. Which they'll get two. They'll get 2 looks because they'll discard. They could get 2 looks. Blue, white, black, green. Man, I want to cast one of my 5 drops, but I think it's too risky. Huh. They have a lot of tap lands, though. I'm gonna go for it. Maybe this is a mistake, but I feel like I'm an underdog in this matchup. They could just go land Atraxa, and that's game. Yep, they got it. Yep, I should have not. I should have not tapped out there. Well, maybe is there some world in which we can beat this? Enigmatic Incarnation, Fires of Invention, Sun Petal Grove, Jetmir's Garden, Heliod, Raffine's Tower, Fable, Sulphur Falls. They are drawing. They're not doing so great off this. This isn't the greatest. Okay, so they drew some cards, including a Fable. No, they have an Enigmatic Incarnation. Or a Fires. Probably a Fires. So we gotta kill Atraxa. We'll attack with our demon. Make him discard. They discard Fable. They get their BS Kiki. Another Heliod. Gonna get back Fable. Play Fable. So I can't even keep track of what's in their hand anymore. Go for the throat is pretty good. So let's attack with our demon. But I think I gotta play the Doom Whisperer this turn. They are at 10. Oh, we get a bat token because they discarded a land. All right. I mean, they are dead on board, theoretically. They can't do much with their reflection right now. Titan of Industry. It's pretty good. Just don't give it a shield counter. They're gonna gain 5 and get a shield counter on it. They make a copy of Titan of Industry with their reflection. Yep, now we lose. We lose to Fable. I mean, do I scoop now? We'll see what we draw. Wizards, please ban this card on Monday, please. We would have had it to double go for the throat. That one doesn't have a shield counter. But they're at 16. So what happens if I go for the throat this and attack with everything? They block here. There's no point in attacking with Urtai, I guess. They take 5. Discard. They'll kill the Doom Whisperer and take 5. Well, I mean, I guess there's nothing to it but to do it. You are making more bats. They just take it. Okay. Let's not let them untap with that. Oh, they put a shield counter on it. With their second Titan. I didn't notice that. Okay. So they just copy the Titan again. Cavalier of Dawn. Alright, so we lose to Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Copying Titan of Industry. Boo. Please ban that card on Monday Wizards. Alright, last match is against Spina. With their Nashi avatar, I will be on the play. Hello. Gigantha, that could mean a lot of things. Some kind of value pile, no doubt. Got a lot of expensive cards, but we're on the play, so I'll keep. Alright. Looks like Convoke. Do I shock? Yeah, let's go for the Thought Erasure. Imodane's Recruiter. Yeah, we'll take the double spell. So they just have reinforcements, a bunch of lands. We'll leave a swamp on top. There's the reinforcements. Swinging. Gleeful Demolition. Alright. I think I sweep them this turn. Iganjo plus 2 unknown. Okay. Let's drop out Ashiok. Start making tokens. A Knight Errant of Eos. Reveals an Ornithopter. Let's make another token. We'll pass. Okay, we'll double block. They're gonna Iganjo one of my tokens? Sure. What you got that's exiled? Nothing good. All your stuff is like useless for me. Let's Deluge. The End. And Swamp, I guess? Sinister Sabotage. Let's plus. Play a Swamp. Pass. More Resolute Reinforcements. Attacking Ashiok. I'll just the end this. They've got a Loxodon, Inspiring Vantage. Okay, they just scoot. So this gets even better after board. We get all of our sweepers. Path of Peril. Ritual of Soot. Erebos' Intervention. We'll even add Shadow's Verdict. We'll add Sheoldred. They're a little too aggro for Thoughtseize. Spell Pierce doesn't really do anything against them. Maybe cut a Sabotage. Sheoldred's Edict is actually really hard to target. One more cut. Cut one Deluge. One Deluge. This is a one-lander, so I'm afraid we have to mull. This is good. We got a Fatal Push. We've got a Massacre. Bottom, Field of Ruin. Play a tap land. Another sweeper's cool. Resolute reinforcements. Ornithopter. Ornithopter. Gonna convoke out something big. Bushwhacker. Okay. That's a lot of damage. I'm actually gonna push one of these ornithopters, as weird as that is, because I won't be able to kill it with Meat Hook. I need to Meat Hook right now. Gleeful Demolition. Epicure. Alright. I think I just sweep again. No play. Let's play Watery Grave. Let's Disinfo. Resolute Reinforcements. Sure. They discard Redain. Ooh, glad that's gone. Warden of the Inner Sky. That's a good card. Another Meat Hook. Sure. Meat Hook X equals 3. Another Hive. Alright, they scoop. We have a lot of sweepers post-board, so we're ready for that matchup. So our final record with Pioneer Disinfo Control was 3-2. And yeah, I love this deck. It's so much fun. I know it's extremely brewed and like a lot of people wouldn't like to play against it, but this is kind of my try-hard deck, you know? When I'm trying to win matches, I just love decks that are highly interactive. I think, you know, maybe it compensates a little bit for my middling skill as a Magic player. But yeah, this is a great deck. I like this build of it. I've added a lot more card draw than used to be there, and I think that worked out quite well. We encountered less situations where we drew the wrong part of our deck, which is really nice. we really punted in the matchup against Lotus Field. We could have won if I just held up Urtai to counter their Dark Partition rather than tapping out for Disinformation Control in turn 3. I think we had a good chance of winning that game, but that was a mistake. Also, I made a big mistake in that last match against Keruga, where I tapped out for my demon instead of holding up what's his name, Urtai, to counter their Atraxa, which they did find the land for. So we got punished for that play. We got punished by not playing Fable of the Mirror Breaker, which if you don't play that card, you get punished and you lose to it. But anyway, I like this build of the deck. I will continue posting new versions of it and refining it as new sets come out, as new cards are released. So you'll see more Disinfo Control because it's my pet deck. Anyway, I had a blast. I hope you did too. If you did and you like off-meta, off-kilter MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'll see you in the next MTG vid. Peace out.